Hey guys, welcome back to Maxcast on our Unification. Today I have a 1v1 view on Cryptek Arkana. On the left side playing Ynnari, we have Winterorb. On the right side playing Space Marines, we have oopsoops. And before we talk, we heal here.
Dark messages through shadows spread. Their screaming engine noise casts dread. They dance and sing songs of the dead. Thus ends the prophecy.
So we have again oopsoops against Winterorb, which is, I think, wood. Wood we have also seen in the last weeks. The Korean guys duking it out over here. It's also one of the games I've seen on oopsoops stream. So I kind of know what's happening here. This is a game again to show a unit that is a bit too strong currently. So you will see later on what unit it is, but for now let's see the openers. We have actually an ASM opener for oopsoops, 2 scouts as I see it, yeah, 2 scouts into ASM. This map is interesting in a sense. You have this negative cover and light covered against the strategic point over here. On the other side there's a critical. And here you have more or less the same. Yeah, it's symmetrical, not like it's how you should say that in English, rotational symmetrical, with typical 3 criticals, 1 relic a bit more outside, and yeah, even select deposits. I haven't seen that before when looking through the map. So yeah, a new map that's shipped with Dawn of War Online. There's another one we will see maybe the other day. And yeah, for Winterorb we have 2 Storm Guardians into Ynnari, into Dark Eldar. Okay, so more or less usual. And Rangers. Okay, so he goes for a hybrid open. Normally guys going for Rangers try to stick with Rangers, but he is pulling out a lot of squads early on, which is, I think, okay, especially against ASM, so you can start out kiting them if you have enough squads, and these Rangers aren't the fastest because they do not have fleet of foot right away. And yeah, ASM running around trying to kill some bone sinkers here, but yeah, there's also now the ability used from Ynnari should more or less kill 1 model here. Yes, costs 1 soul, gets 1 soul. You kind of can think about it. One more assault marine is about to go down, and yeah, now they retreat. Is there another one added, or what is he adding? He's adding, yeah, 2nd assault marine. So this is kind of taxing on your micro, but should be okay. You have his strategic points now captured. He's not capturing, however, his relic or a critical. Where are scouts? 1 scout is over here. Maybe I've missed the 2nd scout doing something, dying or so. No, it's actually capturing the enemy strategic point. So that's kind of mean. Oh, but this could go down if Ynnari has her ability on off cooldown, but it doesn't look like it. And of course you have these crown sword locations. As this is not a Unification supported map, you have this on random locations. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 seems to be out of the possibility of capturing. 2 ASM now in the base. They could go for some generators, or yeah, they try to get these bone singers. On the other side we have these Rangers trying to do more or less the same against the servitors. So some harassment and counter harassment. We have some power income for Ynnari, so they could upgrade a point or 2 to counteract that. Do we see, okay, warriors now, late warriors. He did got the add-on quite a while ago, but is now just adding the warriors here. These Storm Guardians can hold their own in melee really well against those guys. Now piling up against the listening posts are the ASM. He tried to get this point up, but yeah, okay, now comes the ASM. Maybe 1 too much over here. 1 could stay here, but there's the warriors now out. Warriors, yeah, can be tied down in melee, but will kill these scouts here. On the other side we still have these Rangers being annoying over here, killing, it looks like a servitor, but the point is being upgraded here. He has no power. He has no power, so this is how could he upgrade it? Not really sure how the math goes here, to be honest, because the armory costs power. Maybe he had a generator and was killed, something like that. It's the only way I can think about it. Again, has this very cute little banner over here. This looks like a cat in a box or something. If rain being annoying over here. We have now these listening posts being attacked over here. Warriors, 2 squads being tied down into melee over here. Will go down, or at least have to kite. And then the ASM go back to do what they can best. 2 generators being added next to the enemy listening post. So this is kind of a big ballsy move over here. Because yeah, his base is being attacked, so might as well go to the enemy base. As now Bionics will upgrade this listening post over here, but this is very dangerous. If you lose this point, this is a big chunk of your economy gone. ASM now trying to go into melee, but there are 3 squads. But yeah, every time they connect into melee is good for them. You see they're really doing quite a lot of damage once they connect. I think this is a full squad wipe of one of the warrior squads, so this is again now 2 ranged squads against 2 melee squads getting these points. These scouts could actually decap for them, but yeah, ASM are now very tanky with their Bionics upgrade. They also benefit from the targeters, so the damage, even the melee damage from these ASM will increase if you get the targeters. Very yellow color scheme, just noticing it. We have now some web barricades being added, and tier 2 should be on the way, question mark. Web-based support portal, tier 2 is done for Winterorb. We have now web-based support portal getting a web barricade, and the question is what does he get here? And I can tell you it will be the new unit, the Hornet. 3rd squad of ASM. So this is something I would never recommend. I mean, you can get it, but okay, he adds a 3rd squad and then in tier 2 wants to add the melter bombs, I guess? Question mark? Not really sure. Getting a lot of infantry down. There is the Hornet, and the Hornet is currently yeah, wasn't, how should I say, implemented completely well. It was a survival exclusive unit, so it didn't was obvious, but it has like these 2 side sponsor weapons which are work kind of similar to how it works for the War Walker. It replaces, but I think the weapon on the bottom, this one here, wasn't implemented correctly, hasn't no correct damage or penetration value, so it deals a hell of a lot of damage against any target. So this is currently big of an issue unit. Whenever there's a new version or patch or something, this will be addressed, I can assure you. This is being monitored. Yeah, and for now the question is how to deal with it. For him it would be melter bombs right now. He gets sergeants, he has power thoughts, but he needs melter bombs. Melter bombs, power fists is nice and all, like the sergeants with power fists. If you get into melee against those, sorry for the quick hiccup, but if you go into, you cannot really get into melee, especially against these very mobile skimmers. If he would have gotten melter bombs, okay, there is one, okay, takes 2, even 3 melter bombs. It has okay-ish HP. Jumping in again. But they also jump out, so they also got Melter's weaponry, so he is completely going down into anti-vehicle capabilities. And you see they can be killed. How much are they costing? They aren't cheap. They are a bit more expensive than the War Walker is, but are also more flexible. They are a little faster. They can jump right away. The War Walker could only jump in tier 3 or something. But yeah, the damage they deal is currently the problem. It's not like the mobility or the cost, it's basically the damage. Mostly I think of this one weapon down on the bottom. He killed some economy. Economy is okay, only one generator remaining. There's some swooping hawks being added. They got also a bit of a nerf in their anti-building capabilities and stuff like that. And I think this is not a replay I saw. I saw a replay where the Hornets, where uaqoOPs was unprepared to the Hornets. So maybe this is the other replay. A replay I haven't seen. So because he is currently holding his own, but there's like now 2 swooping hawks. And the issue, the question is now, how does he deal with it? He has a machine cult, so the what I would say would be nice would be some lamp speeders, or even the Skull probes is a nice idea against the hornets. You could stun it, and then you could tie it down and kill it with ASM. I like that idea, because like melee units against vehicles is an issue, but it's more or less similar to let's say Chaos Space Marines with the Sorcerer. You can get then Corn Berserkers, shackle the opponent's squad, and then go into melee. And what is he going for? Is it Landspeeder Tempest or is it Landspeeders? Landspeeder Tempest, yeah. But the Swooping Hawks, I mean, they could also get tied down into melee. Not really sure. Is this infiltrated? Yeah, the Skull Probe is infiltrated, so it could sneak in, stun it, and then he could jump in with his 3 ASM. They should have their melter bombs back in. So is he stunning it? It's not. You can still jump when it's stunned. That's interesting. 2 melter bombs. It's killed. Landspeeder Tempest here. ASM into melee. So this is quite the nice execution over here. What he now needs to do really quickly is to rebuild all his points, or he cannot sustain this fight for very long. Second Bionics even upgrade. So these are some tanky ASM if you have seen one. In comes the second Landspeeder Tempest weaponry, currently using the crack missile launchers for anti-vehicle and end building capabilities. So he has now one, I think it's 2 fully reinforced squads. They have quite a lot of models in their squads. 8, another 8, no squad leader yet. But yeah, in comes the Landspeeder Tempest. They have some anti-vehicle capabilities, but excel against more or less all targets. So the Landspeeders can hold their own for a bit. Killing this listening post here is. He lost. This is why he lost his power early on. He lost his outpost over there. Big melee brawl here again. The Swooping Hawks will slowly move out of the way, but the ASM can pursue. There's another Hornet on the way, but we have more or less its counters fielded. We have Landspeeder Tempest with crack grenades. We have melter bombs ASM. We have even some melter guns on them. So the question is now, yeah, one Swooping Hawk squad is being tied down. The other one will be tied down shortly. I think targeting listening post would also be very nice. There comes another Hornet. Will there be immediately a melter bomb or 2? We see him connecting into melee. Is there a sergeant in this squad? There is. So the Power Fist will deal quite a lot of damage and gets in. You see one melter bomb coming down, some crack missiles from the Landspeeder, and it goes down. I haven't seen the cost. Let's quickly see. I cannot see it right now. He's not rebuilding it because he has only 1 generator as far as I can see. Not a normal Landspeeder also being added because it's more cheap and has some very good anti-infantry capabilities. It's also very fast in the sense that it can jump. And yeah, I think he lost maybe 1 ASM squad, even some replacer rangers over here. It's only this point of the map. Now he should have like no resources. Yeah, 50 and 10 against 98 and 30. So it is now more or less a math problem. Even if you have like superior units and some overtuned units, you will not be able to win this. This is now more or less impossible. And he did more or less what I said, rebuilding these points, missing only 1 point over here. But this is something newer players try to or tend to forget, or not being good with, is trying to get up what you have lost. You need to rebuild as soon as you can, because any second you haven't got a point up will cost you resources. Is he getting tier 3 even? No. Vehicle cap increase now for now a Razorback Vicarius. I like that unit very much. It starts with these flamers, I think, on top. Yeah, but can get some different weaponries on the top, but also on the side sponsors depending on what you go. Storm, Hull, Heavy Bolter, Double Barreled. Is it added or replaced? Is it being added on top? I always forget. Okay, it's added. So you can change the main cannon on top. It will always have these 6 heavy bolters on each side. So this is quite a lot of Dakar, if you mind the word. Hornet costs 150, 150. Yeah, I think the Warwalker was 150, 100 or something. I could see the Hornet having maybe even a higher price, but yeah, you need to pay for all the different weapon upgrades, even the scatter laser on the front, which is the one that deals as much damage. But yeah, he could more or less stay here and wait for the enemy to come, because yeah, he has these generators over here, but he's even getting his points over here. Yeah, he does it right. He is not overcommitting. He wants the enemy to attack, and all the while he just stands here and kills buildings. Another building he would need to replace if he wants to replace some units. Is this a tried counterattack? Are there infiltrated snipers? No, what is here? I don't know really, but yeah, he's even now retreating. There's no way he can win this. He's losing his last economy building and he has only 2 production buildings left, right? Like his HQ and the web support portal. So this base race he will not win. He can even challenge this if he really wants to. And he has 1, 2, 3 production buildings. Yes, these hornets deal a hell of a lot of damage against buildings, but still. This is only 1 HQ remaining now. The question is now, do you try to defend this here? You could also split your attention if you really want to. Get like 2 ASM over here and try to kill 1 hornet. But yeah, he does a mistake in the sense that he tries to kill this economy. This is now not an economy game. Same for Winterorb over here. If you go for a base trade in these situations, this is kill the opponent and not slightly kill the opponent, you know? You need to focus the HQ. Or go back and save your own HQ. You will not save this HQ. This will get really ugly really quickly. He does rebuild the chapel barracks, and it would be really nice to have like 1 land speed here that kills any opponent singer that leaves the HQ. That would be better now. But he's now back to tier 0 basically. Tier 0 and having some units, and now yeah, focus down these hornets. If the hornets go down, this is a 1 game, because he cannot really sustain these squads of the swooping hawks losing models, because yeah, any swooping hawks being replaced cost you 50 and 10. He does not have the resources for that. In comes the hornets here. They will kill the production buildings, and he would have won if it wasn't for the chapel barracks over here and the HQ being rebuilt. So we see another upgrade. What it is actually? Plasma pistols like minute 70, but yeah. Yeah, what is he going for? Just even some, I don't know, some space marines would be nice. And even you need another builder to start a barracks somewhere on the map and kill the opponent before he does kill your own units. If you lose your builder, for example, here, this is a game, or could be game. But yeah, last hornet goes down. Swooping horse on this side will be cleared, and this is it. Yeah, GG is called. And yeah, good game it was. It was a different game I've seen here on this very map against his against the use of the hornets over here. And yeah, in this game I saw uAoOPs was more or less surprised by the capabilities of the hornet over here, and this time he did a very interesting build. I mean, the 2 ASM in tier 1 I know, but like adding a 3rd ASM while you're on the way to tier 3, then to have 3 melter bombs and even some melter guns on some of these squads in the meantime, getting like bionics and the squad leaders with the fists. Wow, I liked it really much. And then yeah, then through the Tempest, never a bad idea. Even going for some frag missiles later on, as he needed to kill these swooping hawks. Really liking this. And as I said, yeah, in these like late game scenarios where you have a lot of resources but no production, any squad you can get will help you. Like Space Marines, they maybe, yeah, they have 2 bionics. They won't even just fall off really quickly. On the other side, for Winterorb, I also like the idea that he goes for Rangers and then some, maybe some Dark Elder, but I do not think this is optimal, because you have seen it. He did go for the Dark Elder add-on, and then only like 3 minutes later did go for Warriors. So I think sticking with Rangers and Ifrain and then getting a timely tier 2 without more Warriors would have been better. And in tier 2 you could see the idea of Hornets in conjunction with Swooping Hawks is really valid in a sense. Maybe some witches to challenge these Assault Marines into melee would have been also an idea. Or even some tropes. We rarely see any tropes for Ynnari, but they are available to them and can be useful. They also have their hallucination grenades and stuff like that. But okay, before I'm rambling on and on, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!